Hey friends, Marty and Jonathan here.
Hey.
Jonathan, you are a resident Kingdom Hearts expert.
I've heard of it.
Which is great to have you on hand because over the past month or two there have been a ton of weird rumors and leaks and speculation online. And so we wanted to sort of just compile it all here and talk about it. So first off, Monsters, Inc.
Yes, so we should say none of this has been confirmed by Square. We've reached out for comment. They said they had no comment on these rumors, so take all of this with a grain of salt. But right around Christmas, a couple weeks beforehand, a few screenshots of a purported Monsters, Inc. world were posted online. Yeah. And they were clearly of a dev build.
Totally, there was weird data everywhere.
Yeah.
Clearly not finished.
But it showed that Mike and Sully could join your party, that Sora, Donald, and Goofy would all have monster forms, and that you would essentially be exploring the Monsters, Inc. factory.
Yeah, that was our, like, we first saw this and we were like, this might be fake. And then there's like 24 pictures. We're like,
yeah, then a lot more.
This would be really elaborate if it was.
Yeah, that's
fake.
like a very in-depth ruse to pull, and I feel like people online just don't have that much creativity.
Yeah,
sometimes.
so I totally think this is a real world. It surprises me, since the last world we got revealed was Toy Story, so it surprises me 2 iconic Pixar movies in a row.
Well, so I'm not surprised that they'll do Pixar. I agree, in a row is odd, but I'm totally not surprised that, hey, Disney acquired Pixar in the time between 2 and 3. This is the next main numbered entry. It makes sense to want to dive into the Pixar well if you don't want to rehash old worlds.
Totally. Speaking of worlds, and then jumping ahead a little bit, we had a purported leak of an entire worlds list.
Yes, so there's a lot of like scuttlebutt online that those screenshots came from some FTP file that people were using at Square to go with an art contractor. Ooh, yeah, hack.net. Is it .hacknet? I don't know. And so anyway, they apparently got a full file list that reported these are a number of worlds that are coming, and it had basically like file names of like column or etc., but they were very specific to Disney worlds and included Frozen seemed to be one of those worlds. So that's the big inclusion. Also little things like Winnie the Pooh or familiar places like Radiant Garden.
Frozen to me isn't, like, that's not shocking at all. That's probably the biggest animated Disney movie of the last 20 years.
Yeah, the thing about whether or not this leak is real is that Frozen has just been kind of the world we've assumed ever since, especially if they showed Tangled off. Because to do Tangled and not Frozen of this modern Disney era would just be a surprising move.
Absolutely. The last leak I want to talk about is 4chan.
Yes.
A giant dump on 4chan, including, let's first things first, The World Ends With You.
Yes, yeah. So apparently this rumored sort of comment by a poster came in middle of December, but it picked up some steam recently. The idea is that The World Ends With You will appear in this game, and it will be, Shibuya will be a world in Kingdom Hearts 3. And
this is the first time that series has, the series have sort of melded together.
No, those characters were in Dream Drop Distance, the 3DS game, but the thing is, they say that Shibuya will be its own world, and that these characters will play a major role in it, and this is linked sort of to the idea that The World Ends With You is now coming to Switch. The thing about this commenter, they said, hey, all these things are going to happen. People are like, there's no way it's true. And they're like, you will directly see what I mean in January.
And we got The World Ends With You in a Nintendo Direct Mini.
In January, So the whole idea is, obviously, we are basing this possibility on someone's specific word choice, which I don't want to put that much emphasis on it. Again, it may be entirely wrong.
Yeah, totally.
But that was true. We got The World Ends With You.
It would surprise me just that Shibuya seems sort of similar to Big Hero 6's San Francisco.
Yes. To have those two worlds at the same time, these grounded city-like cityscapes would be odd. And I think more likely is that we'll get those characters again popping up in this game because that leak also says that characters from new Final Fantasy games like Lightning and Noctis.
Which I totally think is going to happen.
Yes. And the thing about this leak is the use of directly may have been right, or it may have just been weird word choice. And the thing is, I think guessing that The World Ends With You, Final Fantasy 15 and 13 characters, those would not be surprising. They do say also they believe it will be a Q3 launch for the game.
Which is surprising.
That will be revealed. The release date would be at D23 Expo in Japan.
Which is in February. And then the other big thing was we're going to find out about Frozen at E3.
Yes.
The Q3 launch, I can't.
Well, so the thing was that they announced that Final Fantasy 15 would have that Q3 launch, and then they delayed it. So I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a September, October release date, then gets pushed to November or 2019. I don't think that's out of the question. But the thing about all of the parts of this leak or rumored post, they're all reasonable, but we don't obviously have any. There's no here's an internal document.
Sure.
We don't necessarily have anything else to back it up on besides they said the word
the internet. Exactly. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Yeah, thank you.
Obviously, in a month is D23 in Japan, so we're going to see if these rumors have any weight. For everything else Kingdom Hearts, stay right here on IGN.